And we are on approach to Tokyo. And the AI pilot is still at the command. Or pilot in command. And I will relieve the AI pilot. Let's get in it's my nice new Timu Chakra energy bracelet and my 25-year service City of London watch, Bulaba.
All Nippon 249er heavy contact Tokyo Center on 125.6.
Okay, let's go outside. You see the mountains of Japan.
125.6. All Nippon 249er heavy. Goodbye.
I'm not too sure the route we're going to fly to come in, but
DDE Delta Delta Echo -11 descend and maintain 5,500 feet.
I will let
maintain
the
5,500
AI
feet. DDE Delta Delta Echo -11.
pilot and first officer, that's the female doing the radio communications.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. DDE Delta Delta Echo -11.
We're at 16,000 going
Tokyo
down.
Center, all Nippon 249er heavy is passing flight level 275, climbing flight level 360.
I'm not too sure if we're going to
Tokyo Center radar contact continue.
and I'm not even sure which airport it is. Well, we'll find out. Tokyo International. Probably over here. Magic. Maybe that's it. Sure. Well, we're going to find out. Because hopefully the AI pilot can get us close. We're 33 nautical miles.
Going to 121.275 DDE Delta Delta Echo -11. Tokyo approach DDE Delta Delta Echo -11 is passing 13,300 feet, descending 5,000 feet.
DDE Delta Delta Echo -11 Tokyo approach altimeter 29.9 radar contact continue to steam. DDE Delta Delta Echo -11 contact Tokyo Center on 134.15. Good day.
134.15 DDE Delta Delta Echo -11. Goodbye. Tokyo Center DDE Delta Delta
and
Echo
the pilot
-11 is at
appears to be
12,100 feet,
following off
descending
command.
5,000 feet.
DDE Delta Delta Echo -11 Tokyo Center altimeter 29.9 radar contact continue to steam.
That's actually pretty good.
Sky 13 heavy traffic is 5 o'clock 2 miles at flight level 230 Airbus A20N.
And we are
Report them in sight. DDE Delta Delta Echo -11 contact Tokyo approach on 121.275. Good day.
get back to the
Sky 13 heavy traffic in sight.
121.275
Where am I?
DDE Delta
There,
Delta
huh?
Echo -11. Goodbye. Tokyo approach DDE Delta Delta Echo -11 is
too
passing
sure.
10,700 feet, descending 5,000 feet.
it is
DDE Delta
to
Delta
the
Echo
right.
-11 Tokyo
So maybe that is over here.
29.9 radar contact.
That would make sense. Come in, then turn right and land. And there could be lots of aircraft and a very busy runway, so I may have no choice but to You leave this AI pilot of command. You may have to smoke a doobie. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go leave this on recording. Hopefully I can quickly take a pop and get back here before and we're back after a brief interlude. And we appear to be setting up on a downwind leg, it appears, on approach. It's actually a pretty good setup. The light, a little lamp dresser to the right, actually works out pretty good. Compared to my desk area, there's not a lot of lighting. I do set up some LED lighting. Here is actually pretty cool. Okay, let's get over to that. VR map. Okay. And it's right at 14 nautical miles. Okay, there's the Tokyo International. Yeah, that's got to be it over here. Let me zoom in. I'm assuming that might be it. Or I don't know. Oh, maybe over there. That kind of makes. So maybe not. Oh well, we'll find out when we land. As we get closer. Let's get back. Here's over there. 18 nautical miles. Now I assume they go out on a downwind leg, and then probably I don't know, maybe a 5 or 10 nautical mile final approach. Let's get back inside. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't know. I don't want to mess around with these control systems inside, because I don't want to have a mis-setting. Because you want to be in a position to land. Oh, wait. I'm going to pull back a bit. Sometimes I'll go a little higher, but you gotta be able to see your airspeed. That's the whole kind of a thing. So if you're too far back, you can't see it. And it's very critical, because some of the aircraft you got to maintain an airspeed. Oh, there we go. We're turning towards final. This AI pilot's doing a wonderful job. And this is the beauty. You, like I said, you don't have to be. I've never flown a plane. I could fly them, actually, no problem with the autopilot systems. But even manually flying, I've flown tons of simulators and war simulators. So I know the theory of flight and stall recoveries and flat spin recoveries and maintaining airspeed and gaining airspeed in all kinds of aircraft, whether it's military, helicopters, airliners, even Cessnas. The most difficult ones are the ones that do not have the technology, and especially if you're at nighttime, you don't really have it. You're going to rely on your instruments. I am instrument rated in simulators, so I can fly without being able to see anything outside, but then you're relying on those instruments, and if you forget to turn on, say, your pitot heater, then you're going to get wrong instrument messages coming on your screen, and you're going to lose your you could lose your vacuum or your artificial horizon. Then you really have nowhere to go. You're just going to have to hope you can see something on the horizon, or you might have a backup indicator. That's why you have duplications on a lot of aircraft. You have pilot side and co-pilot side. So if one, but you got to know which one fails. And if it's a pitot tube, freezing thing, the pitot tube is frozen, you're getting, especially if you got the autopilot on, could crash you in a second. But it will give you wrong
DDE Delta
instrument
Echo -11, you are 20
information.
miles northeast of Tokyo. Contact Tokyo
Okay,
Tower
I think
on
it's coming in
118.725
over here.
when inbound on the approach.
That's what I think it is.
Tower on 118.725
Go outside.
DDE Delta Delta Echo
Okay, can you
-11.
see it? There's
Tokyo Tower
Tokyo.
DDE Delta Delta Echo -11 northeast
in there.
inbound
Let's
ILS
zoom in on
runway
the jet a
22
little bit.
approach.
Let's get out of this.
DDE Delta Delta Echo -11 Tokyo Tower. Altimeter 29.9.
Yeah, I assume it's over the water. Yes, I believe so. So you got to go a little bit over this bay. Oh, gears down, flaps are down. So pilot is preparing to land. Doing a great job. It could be a crosswind, which might explain why they're aiming a little right and having the wind. So I might actually let him walk over. Or I might turn it
Clear
off.
ILS runway 22 approach DDE Delta Delta Echo -11.
Actually, I will land it. It's just, I mean, it is exciting just watching this, but it is fun flying it too. So I'm gonna wait till we get 14 nautical miles. So I'll wait till we get about 5, and I will turn off the AI pilot. But everything looks good coming in. We hit the barometric pressure setting just to control the altitude settings, which are based off barometric pressure. Or they're affected by it somehow. So instead of, you gotta hit a button that calibrates the barometric pressure to your altitude.
Tokyo Tower, all Nippon Niner 65 Heavy ready for departure runway 34 left IFR to 4 p.m.
I didn't know that.
Heavy hold, short runway 34 left. Traffic is Airbus A20N on the
I can
runway.
just push down
All
once
Nippon Niner
and
65
move
Heavy
around.
line up and
That's
wait.
cool. DDE jet, a nice purple blue mica wrap.
Line up and wait. All Nippon Niner 65 Heavy.
It's pretty cool. Took off that control. That is a neat little control. I didn't know that if you took the middle, you can control it. We're 11 nautical miles, so we are getting close to the point where I will take control. We do not need the VFR map. We are coming into some clouds. Let's get back inside, make sure we're at a proper setting. 11 nautical miles. Airspeed, don't want to get
Going
too
to
low.
119.60 Nippon 837 Heavy.
Wow.
All Nippon Niner 65 Heavy altimeter 29.9 2 and 278 at 4. Cleared for
17.
takeoff runway tree 4 left.
Stall is, I can
Alpha
see
wing
it,
tree 75
it's like
heavy line up and wait.
95 or 90, 92 knots. So you definitely want to be landing around 100,
Line up and
110
wait. Alpha
knots.
wing tree 75 Heavy.
Over that, you could risk tire blowouts or not being able to stop. I believe there's reverse thrusters. So we're getting prepared. We're not 9 nautical miles.
75 Heavy altimeter 29.9 2 and 278 at 4. Cleared for takeoff runway
Position.
tree 4 left.
To take
Tokyo Tower Japan Air
Control.
575 Heavy ready for departure. Runway tree 4
Here
left.
we are
IFR,
outside. Excellent generation. So let's turn off that. We got our gauges. See the airspeed indicator, 117. They're fluctuating engine spooling, so they're keeping it at a point that it's a partial spool amount. So in the event that there has to be a go around, you can throttle up, and there's no, I guess there's no spool lag, which if you're too low, it could take too long to throttle up the response time, and which could make it difficult, especially if you have to suddenly gain altitude, especially if there's mountains, at the end of the runway, or depends on what level you're at. but you could end up having to go around when you're just after you touch down. If there's an obstruction on the runway and you have to take off to avoid it. That's why they practice touch and goes, just in case you have to go around, so you're going to know how the torque and everything handles in the aircraft. We're going back inside. Everything looks good.
Cleared to land runway tree, 4 left Cessna, 7902.
I don't know what runway we're coming in.
Tokyo Tower, all Nippon 66 tree, heavy ready for departure. Runway tree 4 left IFR to Nagasaki.
See.
All Nippon 66 tree, heavy, hold short runway tree 4
in.
left. Traffic is Airbus A20N on the runway.
I do not see it.
DDE Delta Delta Echo, -11 wind 278 at 4. Cleared to land runway 22.
22. So it's gonna
Clear
be...
to land runway 22 DDE
Oh,
Delta
I
Delta
see it.
Echo -11.
I see it straight ahead. The identifier for the airport's off to the left, but my runway's to the right of it, straight ahead.
All Nippon 66 tree heavy. Japan Air 10 heavy.
Okay, we're 4 nautical miles. I'm going to let it get down to 2. I'm going to turn off the VFR. Let's get the pilot AI window. I just click that and assume complete control.
Altimeter 29.9er, 2 wind 278 at 4. Cleared ILS runway 22 approach.
Okay. And we are
127.5, Japan Air 10 heavy. Goodbye.
Okay, there we go. And we have control.
Cleared ILS runway 22 approach. Starflyer 78 heavy.
Sudden.
Tokyo Tower Skymark 5.
I must have my joystick preferences off, or we got some unstable air. I did gain in speed.
Skymark 5, 12
I
heavy
am going
Tokyo Tower.
full flaps.
Altimeter 29er.
Yes, it seems to be too sensitive. I'm not sure why.
Cleared ILS runway 22
I'll figure that
approach.
out after. We are a little high. I'm throttling back. Not completely. Okay, there we go. There's a good glide slope there. 120,
Cleared
120.
ILS runway 22 approach. Skymark 5, 12 heavy.
10. Spool up a bit, just in case we need it for a go around.
Cessna 79er, 2 exit runway when able.
A little bit of buffering there. Be a little unstable air. A wind shear. Oh, you'll feel it pulling me to the right. Gonna rudder back in, throttling up a bit. You're coming down nice. You're coming down nice. And you're coming down awesome. Beautiful, nice. Barely touchdown. Nice. Oh, that was soft.
Cessna 79er, 2 contact ground on 121.975.
Didn't even hardly feel it. And we're going flaps up. I have no idea where to go. There is a rhythm or taxiway. Oh, there we go. That's a great thing to have. You should always have that enabled, so when you land, you can see where to, you don't have to listen to and know, because when it tells you directions to go to, H1 or whatever, unless you get the map book out, you don't really know where it is, so it's nice to have these little rivers. The ones in the air, you can turn them on too. I don't like them, they're kind of distracting, but for good new pilots, it will show the ride slope and trajectories. It is kind of neat. By default, it's usually on. I can't believe this one is off. I actually like it better than the Flight Simulator X one. So you can see we are at Tokyo International Airport. We're just taxiing to parking. look at the realism. It was so, like these simulators, and this is 2020. There's a new one coming out in another couple weeks. And it's going to be even more detailed, if you can imagine. Spooling up with the engine spool. These are very powerful jets. And very efficient, very reliable. Although one did crash the other day upon takeoff, a Honda jet. So we're still taxiing. You're supposed to go a lot slower. Definitely I'm violating the taxiing rules. Using the rudder, got brakes set for my trigger, brake. Oh, look at that plane! Right in my way. Wow. Almost a tragedy. Then parking. Start up a bit. Go. And then welcome to Tokyo.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree for left Japan Air, tree 15 heavy.
I don't know if we get credit or anything when we do these pilot ones, but
Japan Air 504 heavy, follow the aircraft on final. Wind 278 at 4. Cleared to land
and
runway
we
tree
are
4 left.
done.
Japan Air 504 heavy, go around.
Is that welcome to Tokyo?
Tokyo Tower Skyward
Around
flight 12 heavy is going
the
mid.
cool airport, look at the airliners and their
Skyward
distance.
flight 12 heavy,
How
contact
we got
Tokyo
this one
approach
taken
on
off the back.
121.275.
Airbus 220, it is. It's back there.
Japan Air Tree 15 heavy,
The
contact
Airbus also.
Tokyo departure on 127.7.
Pretty cool, pretty detailed,
Good day. Japan Air
unbelievably
504 heavy, contact
fun.
Tokyo approach
And like I said,
on
using the
121.275.
AI pilot and taxi and ribbon, you just gotta, you can use them to even take off and land, but I like to, they're little wacky and wonky on takeoffs and taxiing, so sometimes I will take off and then enable them once I'm in the air, or sometimes I'll let them just get the aircraft moving, so that they take off the emergency brakes and everything, and I'll have to look at them, and gets it rolling and configured for takeoff, and then I just turn them off once I start rolling, and then do the rotation, and once I get some altitude I engage them, and as long as there's no major mountains around that they can accidentally fly into, I usually let them bring it up to cruising altitude, and then I will skip ahead to the approach. You can do that in the simulator, so you don't have to wait 2 or 3 hours. You can watch it for as long as you want, an hour, and then just skip ahead to the approach as I did here. Although I did stop recording, and now I'm on the ground in Tokyo in the DDE. I think it's a Cessna, not sure. But it's a nice graph on it. DDE, I could actually put dash 11 too. I got dash 11 in the call sign. And there we go. Just the detail. And they, like I said, Daily Driven Exotics could just get a flight stick, a simple flight stick. Get a Moza. There's a Moza force feedback flight stick that you can get, and it'll plug right into their existing simulator, and they can be flying planes alternatively rather than race over time. Very simple to do, very easy to hook up, integrate, and then maybe Dave will become the DDE pilot. You never know. Duke is that?